Hello everyone. In today's lecture, we study about the chapter trigonometry in unit 2nd. Okay, so in the last lecture, we studied about the texturing, lighting, blending concepts. So the next chapter is interpolation and character animation. In that, first of all, we study about trigonometry. Okay, so first of all, in the trigonometry chapter, we studied about the trigonometric ratios, inverse trigonometric ratios, trigonometric relationships, the sine rule, cosine rule, compound angles, and perimeter relationships. Okay, so we just move towards the chapter trigonometry. So first of all, trigonometry. Trigonometry is associated with the measurement of three-sided polygons. Trigonometric functions occur in transforms, vectors, geometry, quaternions, and interpolation. Okay, so in this session, we will study some basic features which the user should aware and that are used in the game programming, which is used for create the applications. Okay, so the trigonometry is used for measurement of angles, and the two units used for angle measurement are degrees and radians. Okay, that means the angles are measured. Okay, there are two units just like degree and radians. Okay, just like to the measurement of temperature, the units are used just like degree Celsius or Fahrenheit. Like that, trigonometry, which is used for measurement of angles, and the units for measuring that angles are degree and radians. Then the degree unit of measure derived from defining one complete rotation as 360 degree. Okay, one complete rotation for measuring the angle. Okay, so which is complete rotation having 360 degree. Okay, then the half complete rotation is 180 degree. Okay, the radian is an angle which is created by circular arc and its length is equal to the radius of the circle. Okay, so suppose there is a circle, then the radians having the length which is equal to the radius of that particular circle. So the perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. You just know that about the perimeter of a circle, which is common, which is 2 pi r, where 2 pi radians corresponds to one complete rotation, that is, and 1 radian corresponds to 180 divided by pi degree. Okay, and it is approximately 57.3 degree. Okay, so these are the some values which you just know about that particular values, that is pi by 2 means 90 degree, pi means 180 degree, 3 pi by 2 means 270 degree, and 2 pi means 360 degree. Okay, you just study that particular concepts in 11th or 12th maths. Okay, also in 10th maths. Okay, so these are the some basic concepts which are used related to the radians. Then the first of point is the trigonometric ratios. So triangle possesses some inbuilt properties like the ratio of sides and their associated angles. If such ratio is known in advance, then it is easy for solving triangle problems to calculate ratio for unknown lengths and to calculate angles. Okay, so याच्यामध्ये angles calculate करण्यासाठी किंवा ratio calculate करण्यासाठी याच्यामध्ये हे trigonometric ratios use केले जातात. Then there are different types of trigonometric ratios are used, just like sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec. Okay, you just study about that particular trigonometric abbreviations in 11th maths. Okay, so the trigonometric ratios abbreviated as sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, and cosec. Okay, so suppose the trigonometric ratios related to the sides are related to the triangle, that is O means opposite, H means hypotenuse, and A means adjacent. Okay, so then the particular, so see this triangle, this side is opposite side, this is adjacent side, and this is hypotenuse. Okay, so O is denoted opposite, then hypotenuse is denoted by H, and adjacent side is denoted by A. Okay, and this is the angle beta. Okay, then the angle beta is calculated by using, that is sine beta is equal to O divided by H. Okay, sine beta means opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Okay, then cos beta, which is equal to a divided by h. That means cos beta is equal to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse side. And tan beta means opposite side divided by adjacent side, that is o divided by a. And from these particular values, cosec beta, which is equal to 1 upon sin beta. Okay, this is the rule, that is cos beta is equal to 1 upon sin beta. Okay, then sec beta is equal to 1 upon cos beta, and cot beta means 1 upon tan beta. ओके, हे रूल कॉमन आहेत, हे तुम्हाला माहिती असतील. साइन बीटा, कॉस बीटा, टॅन बीटा, आणि त्याच्यानंतर कोसेक बीटा, सेक बीटा आणि कॉट बीटा मीन्स इनवर्स ऑफ साइन बीटा, कॉस बीटा अँड टॅन बीटा. ओके, तर हे त्याचे पर्टिक्युलर रूल आहेत. So the limit for sin and cos is plus or minus 1 and tan has limits plus or minus infinity. The sign of the functions in the four quadrants are as below. हे तुम्हाला याचे साइन्स माहिती असतील. That is first quadrant is plus, second quadrant is plus, then minus minus, then plus minus minus plus, and for tan it has plus minus plus minus. Okay, so here one of example is given. In this figure, a triangle is shown with one known angle and the hypotenuse. Okay, so या diagram मध्ये तुम्हाला hypotenuse आणि angle ची value दिलेली आहे. That is the angle beta have the value 50 degree and hypotenuse has 10 length. The triangle other sides are calculated as follows. Here the other sides, that is opposite side and adjacent side is calculated. So here only the angle beta and the value of hypotenuse is given. So 1 upon h is equal to sin 50 degree. Here it takes the sin beta value, that is sin beta is equal to 1 upon h. Then h is equal to 10. Here 10 value, 10 upon h, because sin beta is equal to o divided by h. Okay, so sin 50 is equal to 10 divided by h. Then 10 into sin 50 degree is equal to like this. Okay, that means here sin value is calculated, sin 50 degree value. Okay, and after that b divided by 10, that is b is value of adjacent side. Okay, here b means adjacent side and h means opposite side. Okay, so for in this first we use this first formula, and in the second we use this formula, that is cos beta is equal to a divided by h. Here value of a is b and value of h is 10. Okay, so here value of a is b and value of hypotenuse is 10. Okay, which is equal to cos 50 degree. Here the value is wrong, that is h divided by 10. Okay, so h is equal to 10 into sin 50 degree. Okay, so this is the printing mistake here. Then b is equal to 10 is going in this side, that is 10 cos 50 degree, and by taking the value of cos 50 degree, it is 0.64279, and after multiplying this, the value of the adjacent side is 6.4279, which is represented by b. Okay, so for this type of example we use trigonometric ratios. Okay, so the trigonometric ratios are used by using sine, cos, tan, cot, sec, cosec functions. Then the next point is inverse trigonometric ratios. There is an associated ratio with every angle, and to convert one angle into other angle, we need functions. The functions sine, cos and tan are used to convert angles into ratios. Okay, so angles हे रेशो मध्ये कन्वर्ट करायचे असतील तर त्याच्यामध्ये हे इनवर्स ट्रिगोनोमेट्रिक रेशोज यूज केले जातात. ओके, अँड द इनवर्स फंक्शन्स आर साइन इनवर्स, कॉस इनवर्स अँड टॅन इनवर्स, and it are used to convert ratios into angles. Okay, so for example, that means here is an example, that is sine 45 degree, then it is converted into the ratio, that is 0.707. Okay, this is the ratio of that particular angle. ओके, आता म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये साइन 45 डिग्री वरून तुम्हाला ही व्हॅल्यू काढलेली आहे, पण या व्हॅल्यू वरून तुम्हाला जर अँगल काढायचा असेल तर त्याच्यासाठी आपल्याला इनव्हर्स ट्रिगोनॉमेट्री रेशो यूज करावा लागतो. आणि तो कसा यूज करायचा असतो तर साइन इनव्हर्स, कॉस इनव्हर्स, म्हणजे साइन रेस टू -1 या टाइप मध्ये साइन इनव्हर्स लिहिला जातो. कॉस रेस टू -1 दॅट इज कॉस इनव्हर्स, अँड टॅन रेस टू -1 दॅट इज टॅन इनव्हर्स. ओके, म्हणजे आणि हे इनव्हर्स फंक्शन कशासाठी यूज होतात तर त्याच्यामध्ये रेशो वरून त्याचा पर्टिक्युलर अँगल फाइंड आउट केला जातो. दॅट मीन्स इनव्हर्स ट्रिगोनॉमेट्रिक फंक्शन्स आर युज्ड टू कॅल्क्युलेट दी अँगल्स फ्रॉम दी रेशोज. ओके, सो आता तुम्हाला एक्झाम्पल दिसत असेल याच्यामध्ये बघा साइन 45 डिग्रीची व्हॅल्यू किती आलेली आहे 0.707. ओके, पण मला या व्हॅल्यू वरून जर अँगल फाइंड आउट करायचा असेल तर तो कसा कॅल्क्युलेट केला जाईल किंवा कसं तो नोटिफाय केला जाईल तर sin inverse of 0.707 which is equal to 45 degree. Okay, so या टाइप मध्ये हे इनव्हर्स ट्रिगोनोमेट्रिक रेशोज यूज होतात. The functions sin and cos are cyclic functions, but the inverse functions return angle over a specified period. Okay, then the next one is trigonometric relationships. There exists a close relationship between the functions sin and cos, and they are correctly related by. Okay, so there are some relationships between the trigonometric, that is cos beta is equal to sin beta plus 90 degree. Okay, so the Pythagoras theorem is used to get the formula. You just know about that formula, that is tan beta is equal to sin beta upon cos beta. Okay, हे सगळे फॉर्म्युले तुम्हाला ऑलरेडी झालेले आहेत, इथे फक्त त्याचा उपयोग करायचा आहे. तर त्याच्यामध्ये बघा साइन tan बीटाचा फॉर्म्युला माहिती असेल, दॅट इज sin beta divided by cos beta. Then another relationship is sin square beta plus cos square beta is equal to 1. Okay, so another relationship is 1 plus tan square beta is equal to sec square beta. Then 1 plus cot square beta is equal to cosec square beta. Okay, so there are another different trigonometric relationships are present, so you just know about that particular relationships, then you just write down in the particular point, that is trigonometric relationship. Okay, that is a cos square beta is equal to 1 minus sin square beta, or sin square beta is equal to 1 minus cos square beta. Okay, so these are all the relationships between the sin and cos, which is comes under this point. Then the next point is sine rule. The sine rule related to the side length and the angles of a triangle. Then in the figure side A is opposite angle A and side B is opposite angle B. Then the sine rule states that A divided by sine A, which is equal to B divided by sine B, and C is equal to C divided by sine C. Okay, so suppose this is the diagram here, then the sides of the particular triangle are A, B and C. Okay, so these are the three sides, and the angles between that particular triangle, that is the angle between A and C is angle B. Then the angle between B and A is C, and the angle between B and C is A. Okay, so this is the angle A, B and C, and the sides are A, B, C. Okay, then the sine rule is, okay, just see the sine rule, that is A divided by sine A. Here sine angle A is present. Then it is equal to B divided by sine B and C divided by sine C. Okay, ही जर साइड C असेल तर त्याच्या समोरचा जो अँगल आहे तो C अँगल असणार आहे. ओके, सपोज जर ही साइड A आहे तर याच्या फ्रंट मधला जो अँगल आहे तर तो अँगल असणार आहे A, आणि B या साइडच्या नेक्स्टचा किंवा इन फ्रंटचा जो अँगल आहे तर तो अँगल असणार आहे B. तर त्याच्यामध्ये साइन रूल या टाइपने डिनोट केला जातो, दॅट इज A डिवाइडेड बाय साइन A इज इक्वल टू B डिवाइडेड बाय साइन B, विच इज इक्वल टू C डिवाइडेड बाय साइन C. Okay, this is the sine rule. Then the cosine rule. The cosine rule is sin square beta plus cos square beta is equal to 1. Relationship for the arbitrary triangle is depicted in the figure. In fact, there are three versions. Okay, So by using this diagram, that is the triangle having the sides A, B, C, and the angles are A, B, and C. Then the cosine rule is used as, that is A square is equal to B square plus C square minus 2BC cos A. Then B square is equal to C square plus A square minus 2CA cos beta. Okay, so the next one is C square, which is equal to A square plus B square minus 2AB cos C. And there are also three relationships, that is A is equal to B cos C plus C cos beta. Then B is equal to C cos A plus A cos C. And C is equal to A cos beta plus B cos A. ओके, सो या टाईपमध्ये हे कोसाइन रूल डिफाईन केले जातात. सपोज जर इथे ए असेल तर त्याच्या नेक्स्ट साईडला बी आणि सी असणार आहे आणि त्याच्यामध्ये -2BC आणि त्याचा जो ए चा अँगल असेल तो ए अँगल असणार आहे. दॅट इज in the trigonometric cos. Okay, this is the cosine rule. Then the next one is compound angles. Let's see the addition and subtraction of two different angles as well as the multiplication of the similar angle for two sets of compound trigonometry relationships. Okay, so in the compound angles we just study about the addition and subtraction. म्हणजे जर सपोज याच्यामध्ये दोन अँगल्स असतील. ओके, सपोज जर याच्यामध्ये या डायग्राम मध्ये हा अँगल असेल ए आणि हा अँगल असेल बी, तर या दोन्ही अँगल्सचे ऍडिशन सबस्ट्रॅक्शन कसे केले जातात तर हे या कंपाऊंड अँगल्स पॉइंट मध्ये तुम्हाला दाखवलेलं आहे. आणि हे ऑलरेडी तुम्ही स्टडी केलेले आहेत. हे जे काही इथं रिलेशनशिप्स दाखवलेले आहेत पर्टिक्युलर अँगल्स मधले, हे फॉर्म्युले तुम्हाला माहिती असतील. तर जस्ट ओव्हरलुक करायचं आहे आपल्याला आणि हा पॉइंट तुम्हाला सिलेबस मध्ये आहे, त्यामुळे तुम्हाला इझिली हे लक्षात राहतील फॉर्म्युलेस. देन साइन ए प्लस बीटा विच इज इक्वल टू sin A cos B plus cos A sin B. Okay, then next one sin A minus B means which is equal to sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Then cos A plus B means cos A cos B plus sin A sin B. Then cos A minus B means cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. And tan A plus minus beta which is equal to tan A plus minus tan beta. That means we when take a tan A plus B, then the formula is tan A plus tan B divided by 1 plus tan A tan B. Okay, and when we take tan A minus B, then the formula is tan A minus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Okay, so we just take the another formula, just like sin 2 beta is equal to 2 sin beta cos beta. And cos 2 beta means cos square beta minus sin square beta. Then cos 2 beta which is equal to 2 cos square beta minus 1. Then cos 2 beta which is equal to 1 minus 2 sin square beta. Then sin 3 beta which is equal to 3 sin beta minus 4 sin cube beta. Then cos 3 beta which is equal to 4 cos cube beta minus 3 cos beta. Then cos square beta which is equal to 1 upon 2 in bracket 1 plus cos 2 beta. Then sin square beta which is equal to 1 upon 2 into 1 minus cos 2 beta. Okay, so these are some of the relationships which are depends upon the addition and subtraction multiplication of the particular angles. Okay, so you just remember that you understand. याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला जेवढे समजलेले असतील तेवढे तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवू शकता. ओके, so these are the compound angles. Then the next point is perimeter relationships. Okay, so now we can study the relationship which combine angles with the perimeter of a triangle. Okay, so where S is equal to 1 upon 2 into A plus B plus C, then sin A divided by 2 which is equal to square root of S minus B into S minus C divided by BC. Then sin beta sin B upon 2 which is equal to square root of S minus C into S minus A divided by CA. Then sin C divided by 2 which is equal to square root of S minus A into S minus B divided by AB. The next one is cos A divided by 2 which is equal to square root of S into S minus A divided by BC. Then cos B upon 2, which is equal to square root of S into S minus B divided by CA. Then cos C upon 2, which is equal to square root of S in bracket S minus C divided by AB. And from that, the three formulas are generated, that is sin A is equal to 2 upon BC into square root of S into S minus A, S minus B into S minus C. Then sin B is equal to 2 upon CA in bracket in square root S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. And last one is S sin C, which is equal to 2 upon AB in square root S into S minus A, S minus B and S minus C. Okay, so these are the some perimeter relationships. So these are the theoretical concepts which is covered under the chapter interpolation and character animation. Okay, so in this chapter we cover the points which is trigonometry, then trigonometric ratios, then inverse trigonometric ratios, then trigonometric relationships, then sine rule, cosine rule, compound angles and perimeter relationships. Okay, so here your little chapter completed here, which is named as interpolation and character animation. So the next chapter, which is इंटरपोलेशन. ओके, सो या चॅप्टर मध्ये फक्त तुम्हाला थिअरॉटिकल कन्सेप्ट्स होत्या आणि याच्यामध्ये जे फॉर्म्युलेज आहेत ते फॉर्म्युलेज तुम्हाला फक्त लक्षात ठेवायचे आहेत. आणि याच्यामध्ये जो नेक्स्ट पॉइंट आहे तर तो आहे नेक्स्ट चॅप्टर इंटरपोलेशन. ओके, सो इन इंटरपोलेशन चॅप्टर वी स्टडी अबाउट linear interpolation, then non-linear interpolation, trigonometric interpolation, cubic interpolation, interpolating vectors and interpolating quaternions. Okay, so first of all, what is mean by interpolation? Interpolation is a collection of methods used to solve the computer graphics problems. The interpolant is used to change one number into another. For example, for changing 2 into 5, simply add 3, but this is not very useful. So there are different types of methods which are used for solving the computer graphics problems when creating the application. So there is also most important use of interpolation concept to solve the particular problems. So to change one number into another. Okay, so simple concept of interpolation means we change the numbers from one to another number. Okay, so if we begin with 3 and continually add 0.3, this generate the sequence like 3.3, 3.6, 3.9, 4.2, 4.5, okay, up to 6.0. Okay, so by adding the particular value, that is 0.3, we generate the sequence. Okay, that means the value changes. Okay, so for the operations like translation, scaling, rotation of the particular objects, these numbers can be used. Okay, म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये जर ट्रान्सलेशन करायचं असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये ट्रान्सलेशन त्याच्यामध्ये कसं होणार आहे, तर ट्रान्सलेशन एका पोझिशन वरून दुसऱ्या पोझिशन वरती होणार आहे. तर त्याच्यामध्ये त्याचे जे काही कोऑर्डिनेट्स आहेत तर ते कोऑर्डिनेट्स चेंज होणार आहेत. मग ते कोऑर्डिनेट्स कसे चेंज होणार आहे, तर त्याच्यामध्ये त्याच्या बिहाइंड मध्ये काहीतरी मेथड यूज केली जाईल आणि त्या मेथडचा यूज करून ते पर्टिक्युलरली ट्रान्सलेशन असेल ते केलं जाईल. ओके, तर त्याच्यामध्ये जे काही ट्रान्सलेशन करण्यासाठी जी काही मेथड वापरलेली आहे तर त्याच्यामध्ये पर्टिक्युलरली इंटरपोलेशन यूज केलेलं असतं. ओके, आणि इंटरपोलेशन कन्सेप्ट यूज करून त्याचं नंबरिंग चेंज होतं आणि नंबरिंग चेंज झाल्यामुळे त्याचं जे काही पर्टिक्युलर ओरिजिनल पोझिशन वरून जे काही ट्रान्सलेशन पोझिशन आहे तर त्या पोझिशनला त्याचं काय होतं, ट्रान्सलेशन होतं. Okay, so you can also use these numbers for moving the virtual camera or for changing the camera place, for coloring or brightness of a virtual light color. Okay, so interpolations are also used for moving the virtual camera. You just may know about the virtual camera. Okay, then for changing the camera place, for coloring or brightness of a virtual light source. Okay, so we need some formula to repeat the above interpolant for different numbers. Okay, so in this chapter we study about the particular solutions to control the spacing between the interpolated values. Okay, so in animation we move the objects and often change the object speed slowly, and so interpolant will be useful for this. ओके, सो तुम्हाला माहिती असेल की याच्यामध्ये ॲनिमेशन असतं, तर त्या ॲनिमेशन मध्ये एखादा जर ऑब्जेक्ट मूव्ह होत असेल तर त्याच्यामध्ये जो ऑब्जेक्ट आहे तो मूव्ह होताना त्याच्यामध्ये जे काही स्पीड आहे मग तो स्लो आहे, फास्ट आहे किंवा चेंजेबल आहे, तर त्याच्यामध्ये हे जे काही मुवमेंट होतात तर ते मुवमेंट हे इंटरपोलेशनचा यूज करून याच्यामध्ये काय केले जातात, ऍड केले जातात. ओके, सो there are two types of interpolations, that is in linear interpolation, then non-linear interpolation, and in that another one type is trigonometric interpolation, cubic interpolation. Okay, so in this chapter we study about that particular types of interpolation. Okay, so the first point is linear interpolation. A linear interpolants are used to create equal space between the interpolated values for equal changes in the interpolation parameter. Okay, so याच्यामध्ये जर interpolating parameters दिलेले असतील तर त्याच्यामध्ये जे काही interpolated values आहेत तर त्यांच्यामध्ये equal space create करण्यासाठी हे interpolation use केले जातात. Okay, so we can increment we just see the series here. Okay, that is 3.3, 3.6, 3.9 up to 6.0. Okay, we use the particular series by incrementing the values by 0.3. Okay, so just subtract the first number from the second, the result is divided by 10. This method works but it is not फ्लेक्सिबल. ओके, जर आता तुम्हाला माहिती असेल की याच्यामध्ये 0.3 ने इन्क्रीज केलं पण याच्यामध्ये ऍक्च्युअली तुम्हाला जर याच्यामध्ये सिक्वेन्स माहिती नसेल तर तो सिक्वेन्स कसा फाइंड आउट करू शकता, तर त्याच्यामध्ये जो सेकंड नंबर असेल त्याच्या अगोदरचा नंबर त्याच्यामधून जर मायनस केला आणि डिवायडेड बाय 10 केला तर त्या दोन्ही व्हॅल्यूज मध्ये काय डिफरन्स आहे तर तो याच्यामध्ये काय होऊ शकतो, फाइंड आउट होऊ शकतो. ओके, सो there are two numbers n1 and n2, then the numbers represents the start and final value of the interpolation. पण याच्यामध्ये जर आपण हे सेकंड व्हॅल्यू मायनस फर्स्ट व्हॅल्यू डिवायडेड बाय 10 केलं तर त्याच्यामध्ये एवढं त्याच्यामध्ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी येत नाही, कारण त्याच्यामध्ये नंबरिंग मध्येच काय होऊ शकतात, चेंज होऊ शकतात. तर त्याच्यामध्ये पर्टिक्युलरली त्याच्यामध्ये अप्रॉक्सिमेटली व्हॅल्यू काढायची असेल तर ती व्हॅल्यू कशी काढू शकतो, तर याच्यामध्ये बघा दोन नंबर्स याच्यामध्ये घेतले, जर सपोज ते नंबर्स असतील n1 and n2, then the n1 is the starting number and n2 is the final number. Okay, that is final value. So we want interpolation value controlled by parameter t that varies between 0 and 1. Okay, जर याच्यामध्ये पॅरामीटर टी घेतला इंटरपोलेशनचा तर त्याच्यामध्ये ते काय असणार आहे, जर सपोज याच्यामध्ये टी ची व्हॅल्यू 0 असेल देन रिझल्ट इज n1, म्हणजे हा त्याचा फॉर्म्युला आहे, दॅट इज n इज इक्वल टू n1 प्लस t इंटू n2 मायनस n1. हियर n1 मीन्स फर्स्ट नंबर and n2 means last number, t means parameter. Okay, so the formula is n is equal to n1 plus t into n2 minus n1. Okay, जर याच्यामध्ये t is equal to 0 असेल तर व्हॅल्यू फक्त n1 येणार आहे, आणि जेव्हा t is equal to 1 असेल तेव्हा रिझल्ट हा n2 असणार आहे. ओके, so this is the formula. For example, here the values are given, that is if n1 is equal to 2, n2 is equal to 4 and t is equal to 0.5, then n is equal to, okay, या हा जो फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे या फॉर्म्युला मध्ये या व्हॅल्यूज पुटअप केलेल्या आहेत, that is n1 means 2 plus t, value of t is 0.5 and it is denoted by 1/2. Okay, and in bracket value of n2 is 4 minus value of n1 is 2, which is equal to 3. Okay, so this is the central point, म्हणजे याच्यामधून जो जे आन्सर मिळतं तर त्याच्यामध्ये हा जो नंबर असेल तो मिडल पॉइंट असणार आहे. ओके, पर्टिक्युलर सेरीजचा. ओके, देन this is the another expressions which is given when t is equal to 0, n is equal to n1, and when t is equal to 1 and n is equal to n2. ज्याच्यामध्ये व्हॅल्यू चेंज करून बघितलेले आहेत आणि त्याच्यावरून हा फॉर्म्युला काय होऊ शकतो, जनरेट होऊ शकतो. ओके, सो फॉर एक्झाम्पल बाय मुव्हिंग ऑब्जेक्ट्स बिटवीन टू लोकेशन्स. आता याच्यामध्ये इंटरपोलेशन कसं यूज होतं गेम प्रोग्रामिंग मध्ये, तर फॉर एक्झाम्पल याच्यामध्ये एक ऑब्जेक्ट याच्यामध्ये कन्सिडर केलेला आहे आणि तो ऑब्जेक्ट आहे तो एका लोकेशन वरून दुसऱ्या लोकेशन वरती मूव्ह झालेला आहे. तर त्याचं जे ओरिजिनल लोकेशन होतं तर त्याचे पॉइंट्स कोणते होते, x1 y1 z1 होते आणि ज्या पोझिशनला तो ऑब्जेक्ट मूव्ह झालेला आहे तर त्या पोझिशनचे जे काही लोकेशनचे पॉइंट्स आहेत ते पॉइंट्स कोणते आहेत तर x2 y2 अँड z2. ओके, then the interpolated positions are calculated by giving which is equal to which is equal to x1 in bracket 1 minus t plus x2 divided by x2 into t. The next second one is y is equal to y1 in bracket 1 minus t plus y2 t and z is equal to z1 in bracket 1 minus t प्लस z2 t. ओके, याच्यामध्ये हा जो काही टी पॉइंट आहे किंवा पॅरामीटर आहे त्याची व्हॅल्यू 0 अँड 1 याच्या मिडल मध्येच असते. ओके, सो फॉर एक्झाम्पल बाय युजिंग दी मॅट्रिक्स फॉर्म वी रिटर्न इट ॲज n is equal to 1 minus t into t and in matrix n1 n2 these are the coordinates, that is n1 n2. Then it is also written as n is equal to t into minus 1 1 1 0 into n1 n2. Okay, so in matrix form it written like this. Okay, so this is the first interpolation, linear interpolation. Okay, so the remaining parts we just study in the next lecture. So first of all we just review points which we will cover in this chapter. That is trigonometry ratios, then inverse trigonometric ratios, trigonometric relationships, sine rule, cosine rule, compound angles, perimeter relationships, interpolation, and one type of interpolation which is linear interpolation. Okay, so the new interpolation types which we will cover in our next lecture. Okay, thank you.